already on the edge of your seats. You will. What's coming up next? It's Doors.
Game 5, Doors. There is just one free-for-all match. The goal is to avoid trapped and survive, not lose any wins. Because of the highest unit score will advance to round 4. Here's scoring for each match.
All right. You're in with Doors. This is an exciting game. We're going to very close there. So, let's get into it. First, we got to go. It's 5 months.
Really taken Roblox by storm, but here we go. It looks like the players are all loaded up in the elevator, and we're ready to get things going here. This is Doors competitive. 1 round and a last chance to make it to the top 4 and have your shot at $1 million.
All right, the first door is open and we are underway here. Gosh, anyone breaking out in the lead early? Well, I'll tell you, it won't matter. This is a lot of game flow, and that's what you're seeing right there. This is a parkour-like experience.
Speed boosts.
Incredibly fast. You're seeing players slide past each other constantly, and while you're playing for speed like it is a race, again, you've got to survive to the end. If you're out, you're out, and that's what's so important here. With up to 100 points for the victor and 0 for the loser here, you do not want to go down early.
No, you do not. 6.5 minutes, that's the maximum time that we're going to have to play this one through. You can see there's different strategies to go for. Do you want to be blazing the trail, being the first player up? There's risks associated with that. You're going to be the first to see the monsters. Or do you want to follow behind? There's risks there too. So in a very fast-paced game mode, you're going to have to make decisions quickly and make the right decisions to stay alive.
There's the first bomb you see being dropped on his opponents.
Yeah, small amounts of damage being done. We see those health bars above. Again, if you're an expert on Doors, this could be a new mode for almost everyone out there. So those health bars do matter. That's what's going to be reduced to 0. And there is ways to hurt each other with those items. There are also ways to heal. And there you just saw it there, picking up a heal. That's important there. Keep that topped off. You don't want to get low. It's an unfortunate way to go with another player doing damage.
There is also these boost packs on the floor. You see now how ridiculously speedy these players are. They can help you go just that bit quicker. And on top of that, the heal items on the floor, that's another thing there. The golden gun picked up and a lot of damage on top. I think that was Lime. Knocked down to quite a fair little bit of HP.
Oh, you see another player get hit by something there, and look at that. 1 health bar is very low on one of our players. That's a dangerous position to be in. You never know when a single monster seems to step on you and knocks you out of this competition.
I hear something coming.
Do I hear it? Again.
So what monster is that that we're hearing?
I barely heard that, but it sounded like it might have been Rush. I didn't see any lights flicker though.
Yeah, there is a lot of monsters that have to deal with. A lot of this game is kind of having the game knowledge, figuring out which monster you might be facing, what the proper reaction is. If it's something like ice, you have to look away, but hear that little psst, and you got to look exactly at the monster. So a lot to think about.
Yeah, and Rush is a big one here because you can steal each other's items.
Right there.
There it is. Yeah, we see that sneaking up on you. That's a good one to keep out for. Why the sound design is so important here. We'll see what happens. Uh-oh, it looks like we have our first player falling here. We're going to find out a little bit who that was here. I'm not sure exactly, but
looks like it was Anonymous Lime, I believe, that fell. He's looking into the spectator seat, and that's going to be tough. He had 132 points heading into this round, but that could be the end for Anonymous Lime.
Yeah, the first to drop is getting 0, so it's a crushing blow as you could be in first place and still drop to last just from this competition if you don't place high enough.
Unfortunate for Lime there, but the rest of the players still
made
in the
it
running.
just in time. Wow.
And that was Rush that we're seeing, right?
Yes.
So what's the deal? How do you avoid that monster?
Must hide in the closet, or if I noticed one player had a hiding box, might have used that to avoid death.
That's an important one. Allows you to keep your place in the lead if you bring the box with you. But again, health drop, and it looks like Poke Dragon is running real low on health. He's going to need a health pickup, or he's in a rough spot where another player could knock you out.
Remember, coming into this Roby 100, Mad Max, they were tied 141 points apiece. So
yeah,
just one place difference for the two of those will make or break your chance at $1 million.
Yeah, but it also means all of our top 4 players, including the Death Eagle, are within 20 points of each other, meaning you take that first place spot, you can knock all of the other competition out of here and secure the last spot.
When you look at someone like Icicle, like Poke Dragon as well, towards the lower part of our standings, they're preying on the downfall. Not only do they have to win, but they have to prey on the downfall of our top players. So for them, Anonymous Lime losing out this early actually gives them a greater chance as we go deeper into doors.
Yeah, it's huge. It knocks the tournament wide open here and allows some of these players to have a real shot at getting in the last spot in the top 4.
You have a lot more agency than in the other game modes of how to take other people down. So if I was someone like PokeDragon, like Icicle, I would be trying my hardest to grief Roby, grief Mad Max, try and get them out, because those are your biggest threats right now.
Don't give them any ideas.
We'll see. They all seem pretty focused. And again, it is a dark, fast-paced world here. I know it can be challenging for the players to get a sense of where the competition is at while not falling too far behind, which is a quick way for a swift exit. If you fall too far behind, the game has some mechanics to ensure you're out of there. As we hear another monster close in here, just taking a second to enjoy the sounds of what is an incredible top horror game in the world.
And you talked about this music. It's so impressive that a dev was able to just put that together as PokeDragon gets a little jump scared, but still alive on a sliver of health.
Yeah, his dreams of this competition are still going on that last sliver. We'll see if we can find any relief, or if he's going to get knocked out by even another player with that low of health.
Still 6 players left, but as I say that, someone falls. Who did we just lose?
that
That
was
was Icicle. And coming into this with 107 points, only receiving 10 from his finish. That should be the end of Icicle as well. But good news for the lower players, Mad Max is gone.
Oh, this is huge with Mad Max dropping again, one of our leading players. This means Roby and the Death Eagle are still very much so in this.
Okay, Dragon's dream stays alive as well.
Okay, we've got a lot of points still ahead here as we're getting deeper and deeper into the doors puzzle. Do you guys know what door we're on here? I'm having a hard time even keeping track of how quick they're moving.
Our contestants are moving so fast, it's almost impossible to tell. Eyes spotted Screech as well there for Jay. He avoids it and stays alive.
That good can work. It's important to note from the reserve is those quick spins, those quick turns, they matter so very much in this game. Those are all tactical. You are looking for monsters. You are getting the response. Did someone fall here? No. Death Eagle gets caught. We hear some emotion coming up behind us, but he is not out of this. Thankfully, he had the HP bar to deal with that.
I think I saw door 68 there. 69, 70, they're still going.
I think narrowly
And
avoiding
Rush.
Eyes there, and Rush as well, but someone falls to Rush. Who was that we just lost? That was PokeDragon.
Oh.
And coming in with only 75 points, receiving 30 for that finish. It's not going to be them moving on either.
All right, well, this actually is an exciting trio because this order does matter as you are fighting for your life here. Roby and the Death Eagle in a good spot, but guess what? I believe 3J still has a chance here if he can be the top finisher and knock Roby down.
Every one of these positions gets you 20 points ahead of your next opponent. The Death Eagle is within 20 of Roby. 3J is just about 22 behind the top finisher as well. So he basically needs to win and have Roby be the next out if he wants to make it here.
Time is ticking. After these final 5 seconds, HP bars will not matter. We will drop down to 1, which someone has an offensive item.
That's a very
Sudden
big
death
pickup.
has begun.
Stop sign could put an end to it. Jay has his chance. Death Eagle
Boom,
is
Jay
gone.
goes down. And this is it. The winner of this will actually be the survival. Wait, who just went down here? Was this
It's
Jay?
Roby against 3J.
Jay. All right.
1v1. The first one to land any damage will take this one home. Roby, though, came in as the points leader, has his chance to shore things up, and finds a hiding position.
Wow.
He wins it!
Oh, it's just like that.
11 points heading into doors, and he'll come out with 100 more. Roby, an incredible performance by him. We'll have to tally it up, but that should put him in a position to make it.
His usual stoicism broken for a brief smile. We hope we enjoyed that. That is a huge victory. The winner of doors. And a massive return to form for Roby, a definite fan favorite from early on in this competition.
And, you know, it's amazing. He was a step away